I thought Chelsea had kind of turned the corner, maybe. There's been a lot, but then the game against Wolves. I mean, you've seen the FA Cup game with Wolves and Man United. It kind of showed how good Wolves are.
Yeah, Wolves are
their record against the top six is amazing.
Yeah.
But from a Chelsea point of view, what do you think of the whole situation?
Well, first of all, we should have won the League Cup final against City. In my view, I thought we were the better sides. Penalties is total pot luck, but I think that was unfortunate. I even before that, I kind of didn't necessarily think I said it on this podcast. We haven't done one for a while, but I wanted Sarri out because I thought like he'd taken the side as far as he could, especially if you say you can't motivate players. The football was poor. We were going backwards. Oh, he said that, yeah, many times. But then
mad to say that. I still can't get my head around it.
Yeah, what would you say?
Giving up,
multiple times.
Is he giving up? Because he's still there and he still wants the job.
It's not giving up.
But why do you say that? I just don't get it.
It doesn't radiate confidence, is it?
No, it doesn't at all.
But the fact that we then beat Spurs and then beat Fulham masked it and kind of calmed things down for probably a couple of weeks. But then, and also the Europa League, like we're just destroying Kiev, and they were awful. In all honesty, but then Wolves were a good side, so you kind of take that one. Didn't watch that game because we were in New York together, weren't we?
Of course, yeah. It's part of it.
We watched that. I watched a bit of that at the breakfast table. You weren't there. You were off getting your grub, but I had it on. Had it on the table. We scored last minute equaliser, which was important. That probably saved him again. But we were good first half against Everton. And then second half, same old stuff. Just didn't turn up. Got just a really soft centre, and it just looked like they weren't bothered.
What do you mean? So when you say didn't turn up, is that like is it a lack of fitness or motivation, or
it's not
what
fitness?
Is it?
I think it's motivation. It's tactics. He didn't have a plan B.
This is an average. We were talking about this. This is a very average Everton side.
Yeah. It was.
I think they're misleading. I think they could be so much better. I don't think.
But they're blunt.
They're missing a few things.
I don't think Silva's a bad manager.
I didn't say that.
You say blunt.
No.
I think they're blunt. Yeah, I think it's a great word.
Calvert-Lewin up front isn't going to get you 20 goals.
I said it before. I think he's a championship striker. I really believe he will.
Yeah, I'm not sure about him. I think, and understandably and rightly so, Everton fans want to kind of give him a real chance, but he's not. If you think of where Rashford is at, how old is Rashford? 20.
Yeah.
And how good Calvert-Lewin is at, it must be about the same age, surely.
Probably a bit older, but yeah.
Right. Yeah. So he's kind of not. I'm not sure he's that guy. He's going to be the guy
I don't think so.
Propels them, because that's what they want. They want that kind of person. I feel like Lookman has got.
He's great.
Raw attributes to do it. I think he's great.
Yeah.
And really smart footballer as well. But he doesn't. He's in and out of the team. Bernard's had an okay season for them. They got
some alright players.
They've got a lot of good wingers, but their wingers they're very typical in the way that they hit and miss the Everton wingers. And there's a couple of centre midfielders who are good.
Gomez is good.
Gomez is a great player.
Yeah, but it's nothing special. It's nothing special.
I think Arsenal will beat them.
Yeah, look, Arsenal will beat them. Back to it. I mean, the second half, we made them look good, and we didn't have I don't remember us having a shot. I don't remember us actually controlling the game or anything, which we did in the first half, but it's the same old story. We don't score goals.
So sorry, you were good in the first half, right?
We played well without
actually.
We created a few chances, but we didn't create a ton of opportunities.
So would you just go into Everton for a second then? Do you think they've got potential? Do you think there's potential? Do you think there's scope for them to really push the top six?
They won't keep Gomez. They will need to invest quite heavily on the striker. I think they're a long way off.
They're worse than the teams. So the teams that are better than them are the top six: Wolves and West Ham.
West Ham are better than them, yeah.
I see that. That's why
maybe Leicester.
I think. Look, I like Silva as a manager, but he should be doing better with that squad for me.
He spent quite a bit of money in the summer. They spent 50 million on Richarlison, 30 million on Mina. You spent
over those two. Like, you can go, oh, it's not my squad, whatever. You've got a lot of young players who should be hungry. You've got good fullbacks. You've spent money on someone like Mina. Keane's had a better season. He's like, they bought Keane for a reason. He's not awful.
He'd be good. He'll be good.
I don't understand why that. Well, I think it has to be down to the management. He's got to this point. Like, how long do you give a manager to start to get it right, to see those sort of shoots? Because I think you could say the same thing about both those managers. You could go, look, Silva's got a squad that if he gets them firing, they can do something. I like that. I quite like that Cenk Tosun. I just think he's got. I'm not sure he's got the.
Bit lightweight.
Yeah,
but
I think Giroud would have been a good one, wouldn't he, for them?
He'd be great. He'd be great.
He would have done well there.
Nice fit.
His
wife was against the move, wasn't it?
Oh yeah. Who was it? You said Mitrovic in January.
Yeah.
I mean, that's perfect for them in the summer if Fulham went down.
Yeah. Well, when they go down. Yeah.
Sorry, yeah.
So
That's a given.
R.I.P.
Yeah. Well,
yeah. Bothered.
I mean, that means they're dying into
Return
our
if
league.
possible. Return if possible.
Yeah. But then with Chelsea, in the same situation with Sarri, you've got a new manager comes in, the squad is decent.
Yeah.
What I'm trying to get to is, I always think with during the season when you're in the sort of heat at the moment, you can either you can sack them and get a new guy in, but for the bigger teams, it always feels a bit strange to do that. But actually, the easy time to sack someone is at the end of the season. But I feel like we're in this little period now where you're getting to this. It's getting to that moment of like either shoot or don't shoot for a while.
If he is going to get sacked, he'll get sacked now. So over the international break, so you can have a change. You get that new manager bounce into the kind of the last part of the season. But the fact that we're sitting in the Europa League, he's not going to get sacked. I just don't want him there.
Why is he not going to get sacked?
Because there's stuff to play. There's stuff to play for.
Right.
But we've brought since the start of this year, we've been abysmal in the league. Like abysmal.
It's funny how it's so similar to last year in terms of that feeling of like since like quite a nice start to the year, and then it gets like it just feels really sort of depressed.
Yeah, last season. I mean, we won the FA Cup last season, which was which was great. I don't know what.
But that was after, if you think of like January, February, March last year.
It was
horrible, wasn't it?
Yeah, it wasn't great.
So if you're Abramovich,
what
apart from like heading off on a yacht, what would you do? How would you tackle this situation right now? If you're in charge, you've got the gun.
Well, I would have sacked him 3 weeks ago.
Would you?
Yeah.
After
the various defeats we had, we went out of like every competition or most competitions within the space of a few days.
Man City.
Poor results in the league. Said he kind of saved himself.
And who would you have brought in? Because it's not as easy as that, isn't it?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Wenger.
No, honestly, there's no one.
Wenger.
Even now, even in the summer, who's available?
Wenger.
Apart from Wenger.
Would you take Wenger?
No.
Why not?
Well,
he's
another Sarri, isn't he? It'd be the same thing.
Maybe not. You don't know. What CV?
Yeah, it's excellent, but
Who would you have ahead of Arsene Wenger, the multi-championship winning manager Arsene Wenger?
Jose Mourinho.
You'd have Mourinho back?
Well, I don't necessarily want him, but he's a better option.
So who would you want then?
I wanted Zidane, but I mean that's obviously gone.
The ship sailed, isn't it?
Yeah,
that's obviously gone. Yeah, I don't know. I think we're not in a great moment right now, and I don't know what's going to happen in the summer with the transfer ban. Hazard, probably off.
He's gone.
We're in trouble.
Yeah.
This summer. We've got Pulisic coming in, but
Pulisic.
Pulisic and Pulisic.
Swing, wouldn't it?
In.
The dynamic duo.
That would be amazing.
Get those two.
Pulis, Jerry Francis, back in the hot seat.
Yeah.
That'd be lovely to see, wouldn't it?
Middle of the
Yeah.
Give him a chance.
Yeah.
Give him a chance. I don't know. That's. I don't think Sarri is the long term fit for us solution, but I don't know what the solution is.
Yeah.
I said I wanted Zidane, but I don't know what that is.
That's what I feel. Deschamps is one that a few people have said, but obviously he's at France at the moment. He probably want to. I think if you got that run of winning the World Cup, you want to do the double, don't you? You want to.
Yeah, but I mean,
how good is he?
Yeah, that French team is amazing, and he was crap at. Where was he? Marseille and.
He was crap at Marseille, was he?
He was somewhere else, wasn't he?
Shit, wasn't
he?
Not good enough. I don't know.
Peerless in, for God's sake.
Yeah.
Would you take Mourinho then?
Maybe. I'd love them to give someone like Eddie Howe a chance actually now.
Yeah, why not?
be in there.
So we've got such a great. I'd say we've got so many youngsters coming through. Why not give it to him?
But the thing is, if you're going to concentrate on youngsters, yes. But if you're bringing in superstars, you have to manage superstars. It's
but this transfer ban.
He's brilliant. Like, Eddie Howe picks a certain type of character, and he's after them from a very early
age. This transfer ban is we're gonna have to go that way.
That's what I think is going to be a massive stumbling block or a massive hurdle that Eddie Howe has to get over. Is that he's had no pressure on him since he went up. So when there's those dips don't get compounded by fans on Twitter or the press going, this guy's shit.
Just goes quiet doesn't it?
Just goes quiet for a bit.
And then he's back again.
He's had some horrible runs this season with Bournemouth. And he's never going to have huge pressure on him, really. Like, the actual pressure that a proper Premier League manager gets. He is a proper Premier League manager, but he's in this, like, haven of a scenario.
He'll get a pressure from a certain groups of fans. It'll be similar on a very very smaller scale to Wenger. He won promotion for Bournemouth across the divisions.
Yeah.
And Wenger won a couple of league titles and FA Cups, and then that then is almost what
What's
protects
expected.
you almost.
Oh right, sorry, protects you. Yeah.
And you'll get a lot of leeway with that, and I think there's also some similarities there with that protection that he would have.
Yeah.
So I think he'll get a little bit of
but he wouldn't.
leeway.
My point was he wouldn't get that as soon as he steps into the better job, which he needs to do for his own ambition.
Oh God.
When he steps into that, it's going to be all of a sudden the players at the moment. The players are here, and he's Eddie Howe. Yeah. So when he signs Ryan Fraser, they go, whatever you say, boss, because I know you're the man. You know your shit. As soon as he goes to Arsenal or Chelsea, Hazard goes, who the fuck are you? What league do you play in?
Yeah.
League 2.
Eddie, how did you get the job?
Yeah.
Good.
Eddie, very good.
Yeah.
So I think, he's got a... But I would like to see it. I'd like to see him... He's got to do it, hasn't he?
Yeah.
It's going to be funny how it'll be amazing how people turn on Eddie Howe. They'll turn on him like that.
Yeah, of course. Well, you say pressure is hyped up, and it's a different ball game for him. But
yeah, see him there. It'd have to be a whole different sort of turn in philosophy for Chelsea if you are to
maybe it will.
Need it.
Yeah. We're not getting top 4.
Yeah, Chelsea will seem ready to stumble, don't they? That's the difference. Like I think Arsenal. I could be so wrong about Arsenal. What a season they've had if they finish 4th or 3rd.
I think Arsenal are going to finish 3rd.
Do you?
Well, Tottenham have got City and Liverpool, haven't they?
Arsenal's hardest game is Everton. That's Arsenal's hardest game.
Really?
It's on paper. It's
Man United.
maybe 8 out of 8.
Yeah.
And also I think there'll be a real sort of mojo about like, come on lads, we can get 3rd here. Whereas before it'd be like there'll be a different feeling about it. Whereas if you can go and get 3rd, you're almost like the underdogs. You're chasing. It's always easier to chase that, and you've got games that you can win. But it'll also be switched on in those games.
I know you're going to move on to the Champions League. In a second. I said this to you the other day. So use this scenario maybe. Arsenal come 3rd, Spurs come 4th, Man United and Chelsea 5th and 6th. But Man United win the Champions League, Chelsea win the Europa League. How many teams do we have in? And obviously Spurs drop out, so that's awesome. But could we have 5?
Are you allowed 6?
You're not allowed 6 because if...
It'd have to be Spurs, wouldn't it?
So yeah, they drop. So whoever came 4th would drop out. But can you have 5?
Is that true though? I think
you're allowed 5.
Well, if you win the Champions League, you're in it.
Yeah.
You win the Europa League, you're in it.
That's true. Yeah.
And if you come 1st, 2nd, 3rd, you're in it.
You're in it. Yeah, you are.
So
maybe it's a win it, yeah.
Maybe someone can tell us. Does that mean we have 5 teams?